So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at Zone 2. Zone 2 is right at the northern tip of the site and was designed to be a step up from Zone 1, as you'd imagine. Because the whole idea of Dalton 4x4 off-road was to be a location that had all the best bits of green laning in the UK in one place, it was important that Zone 2 started to ramp it up a bit with a few more interesting bits. And now we're onto this hairpin corner. So this hairpin corner has been designed to be rocky, loose, unsettled, with various dips and just really challenging for a vehicle. Traction control systems, the modern ones do really well with this. The older ones tend to have the solid axles and therefore these seem to do better with it, simply because they can articulate it better into the holes and find grip. So as we approach the top of this hill, come over this bit of a crest, there's nice little ruts in here just to get your wheels in, just to get aligned, because you can't see a lot. It's kind of blind like that when you're in the vehicle, you can't really see. But just over here you've got a bit of a dip and it goes downhill. Doesn't look much. From the bottom it looks steeper actually, but as you're going down it, you just got to follow it around. First gear low, if you've got a low box, keep away from that clutch as you go down it into the bottom, and then it goes round and up to the top here. So this is looking at it from the bottom. So when you come down that into that little bit of mud there and that puddle, because it's finally summer, but in this kind of month what it's going to do is it's going to fill your tread full of mud, so it's like a slick tyre. Now you've got to try and drive up this slippy bit of mud. It has got some rock in it that's made it a lot better, but it's still slippery, and we have had people that need actually winching out of this little climb. So once you come up to the top and you come up to here, do a big loop around, come around here, and this is where you get ready to get lined up for this. Doesn't look much again on camera. That's a tricky little hill that if you've got good tyres you'll get some grip on the way down, but there is a bit of rock in there to give you a bit of traction, but you've got to just be careful again, keep away from that clutch, and it'll just keep you nice and steady down there. You've got traction control, that's going to help you before you go towards that hump to drive over the hump. Now if you don't fancy the hump, you can always go left there and just go around the hump. So once you've gone over the hump, then you just go round to the right there, and then you come back up here, back up that same track, but this time you're going to come around and you're going to go down our next set of tracks. So this is where you go down a nice little decline. It's only small, and then you've got a choice. You can either go over the rocks, you can see the tracks going towards it, or you can go and have a go at this optional track between the trees. Let's go and have a look at that. So this is the track between the trees. Again, doesn't look much from up here. It's quite steep there, and we've had many people get stuck at this point. So now looking from the bottom, you can see a bit of a puddle here, and then you've got to try and get up that. Now again, doesn't look much, looks like you'll just fly up that, but you've got this bit of a step here, so it can be tricky. Good traction control, good approach angle helps here, so you don't catch on the way up, and then you can make it out. A bit of momentum helps as well. So that's the optional line that we talked about, but the one that most people do is to go over these rocks here, and it's just a big set of uneven rocks, and we can guide people over this if they've got poor ground clearance. Again, it doesn't look too much, but there's holes in just all the wrong places, so we do guide people over these. Some of them are larger than others, but it's just some rocks to get over. And then once you get over there, then you go round to the left and you go up to the top of there, ready for Zone 3.